This is a revision of Advanced Audit and Assurance for the exam periods September and December 2020. We have a marking scheme. Question 1. Audit risk evaluation. Up to 3 marks for each audit risk unless indicated otherwise. Marks may be awarded for others. Relevant audit risks not included in marking guide. In addition, half mark for relevant chance or calculation which form part of evaluation of audit risks. Materiality calculation should be awarded 1 mark each. New audit client, upgrade and maintenance costs, component depreciation, related party transaction disclosure, borrowing costs, operating license, revenue and profit trends, on-board sales revenue recognition, cyber security breach, control risk, corporate governance weakness, data corruption, financial statement implications. B. Audit procedures on segmental reporting, up to 1 mark for each relevant audit procedures. Examples are provided below, and marks will be awarded for other relevant points. Review the financial reports sent to highest level of management to confirm the basis of segmental information which is reported internally. Review the group's organizational structure to confirm identify of the chief operating decision maker. Discuss with management the means by which segmental information is reviewed by the chief operating decision maker. Review board minutes to see segmental information is subject to regular review. Discuss with management whether the on-board sales should be reported separately. Obtain a breakdown of the revenue to confirm that revenue has been appropriately allocated between the reportable segments. Perform analytical procedures to determine trends for each segment and discuss unusual patterns with management. Recalculate the revenue totals from the breakdown provided to confirm that they are reportable segments. And C. Additional service to provide advice on social and environmental information. Up to 1 mark for each relevant answers point. Explain. Self-review threat, identify and fully explain. Self-review threat increase if the social and environmental information included in the annual report. Self-injury threat, identify and fully explain. Pressure to perform work quickly. Assuming management responsibility, identify and fully explain. Assuming management responsibility is prohibited. Appropriate safeguards recommended. Group audit committee to approve non-audit work. It may be prohibited in the jurisdiction of the group. Scope of the work. Specific requirements from the regulators. Level of assurance which may be required and who is going to provide this. Skills and competence to perform work. D. Audit data analytics. Up to 1 mark for each relevant and explained answer point. Note that as the discussion question, there are range of valid answers points. Some examples given below. And definition, explanation of audit data analytics. Example of their use, select samples, identify anomalies, reperform calculations, determine impact of cyber security attack. Illustrations of how they improve audit efficiency and effectiveness. Example test, a whole population examine every transactions. Discussion of enhancing audit quality. Example, makes procedures more standardized, easier to identify risks using data visualization tools, enhance communication with client. Question 2. generally up to 1 mark for each well-explained point. A. Reverse. Long association of body partners breaches the IESBA Code 7-year maximum period allowed. Self-interest threat, identify and explain. Familiarity threat, identify and explain. Recommend replace board with the new partners as soon as possible. Firms monitoring of the length of time partners act for clients seem deficient. Audit partners should have spent more time on the audit and in particular on the final review. The total amount of time spent on the audit appears low for the audit of a listed company. Implications for audit quality. Inappropriate delegation of tasks. Junior audit manager lacks experience. There may not be sufficient appropriate evidence to support the audit opinion. Welford Co. may have provided a prohibited non-audit service to River Co., a listed company. The size of fee for the non-audit service creates a self-interest threat. Both involvement with the non-audit service creates familiarity threats to audit activities. Lack of documentation could indicate that no work has been performed, possibly a bribe from the client. Welford Co. to review policies, procedures, and documentation on engagement acceptance. Apparent lack of engagement quality control review being carried out before the audit opinion was issued. Inappropriate delegation of work, ongoing concern to an inexperienced audit assistant. Sample of contracts review is too small and sufficient evidence obtained. Management selection of contract is likely to be subject to bias. The auditor should select which contract should be reviewed. Insufficient work ongoing concern. Assumption should be challenged, not agreed to prior year. Client audit committee should have identified the ethical and audit quality issues. Conclusion. B. Broadway Group. Client acceptance issues. Resource availability. Group is large, multinational client. Competence of group audit team. Group has specialized operation and operates in many countries. Competence of group audit team regarding local financial reporting standards. Integrity, poor reputation due to alleged environmental damage. Integrity, possible illegal payment made. Dubious business ethics. Ethics, intimidation, threats from pressure to maintain low audit fee. Understand group management's rationale for having more than one audit firm in the group. Ability to obtain evidence from work with component auditors. Competence of component auditors. Evaluate information relating to group structure, complexity of consolidation to help determine the potential risks of the engagement. New venture in Finland has specific risks attached to it and may be difficult to audit. Access to information, abilities to communicate with management and auditors of components of the group. Logistical issues, staff willing to travel, language barriers, cost implication of travel.